Gentlemen, it is January.
Yeah.
And this basically means that the transfer window is open. Who's going where in the Betway Premiership this month?
Hey, I see there's a confusion about a player who's not in the Betway Premiership now. And I'm hoping that he may end up this side.
Okay.
He made his name in the Betway Premiership, and then he went to England, and then he went to Belgium, and then
I think I know who you're
So I
talking
think
about.
I want to know exactly what is going to happen with Percy Tau.
Yeah.
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 If he comes home, it will be great for the Betway Premiership, no?
Interesting.
Yeah. But his home is simple, guys. There's only one team that needs him and can afford him.
So is it a matter of affordability where he is concerned specifically?
Well, to be frank, Pirates, I'm saying, Sundown doesn't need him. Kaizer Chiefs need him. So I'll see Jesse.
Can afford
sign him. I think we can afford him.
Who have you been able to afford in the last transfer windows?
He'll be the first.
Who have you bought?
He'll be the first. He'll be the first.
You'd be surprised why I'm quiet.
In the
Go tough.
Gunzim.
How
am I yesterday?
Yesterday.
Hey.
I had to cry.
Okay. Well, we're on that note. So we are talking about movements, right? Askisi Brighton. I've personally heard whispers that a certain Coco Melon footballer might be exchanging Orlando Stadium for the No Camp this month. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Ngiyamphazamisa, ngingabi right.
So response.
But anyway, welcome to the Betway Premiership preview show. Now, this is a buffet of treats from the beautiful game, and we have a slice of happiness for everyone. On the menu tonight, we've got plenty of banter, tons of insight, and a whole bunch of money to be made. Of course, in Njengenjwayelo, we are building another Betway bet slip based on the 4 matches taking place in the Premiership this coming weekend. I don't roll solo. Joining me in the studio are the 3 amigos. They look like movie stars, but these ones are never silent. Our steering is none other than Sky Tshabalala. He is our Zulu warrior who uses his deadly stare to slaughter a cow.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes.
Stare.
Yes.
You know, I've actually slaughtered it. Sanbonan, by the way. Hello, my sister.
You actually have
I've slaughtered it out. First.
Today? Did you have to Google it first? No, my thing is, did he have to Google how to slaughter a cow first, or did you know what you were doing from the jump?
No. It's a story for another day, but I did it.
Oh, so quickly. All right, let's quickly move on. Now, from Chesterville, we have the Man Mountain, that is BBK, a multiple award-winning soccer scribe and sports editor. Are you the ivory to the ebony, or are you ebony to the ivory?
Ebony
And ivory.
Side by side on your piano.
Done.
Guys.
So you've already seen him. He is, of course, our yellow bone, Brighton Mhlongo. Even though it was lights out yesterday at the Cape Town Stadium, he was, of course, part of the last league-winning Pirate side more than 100 years ago.
I remain black and white. My blood is black and white. I might be a yellow bone, but let me tell you guys, I remain black and white.
Yeah.
All right,
And let me tell you, Muksin still loves you.
Yeah, Mushin still loves it. I just want to say, if it wasn't for Poppy Act,
yeah.
there's a conversation we had in our WhatsApp group
Where?
chat yesterday.
Where?
We're not going to be part of that.
So we've met our heroes, and now it's time for us to get into the action. But of course, before we get going, we have to ask how our steering performed last week.
So the bet slip, before the bet slip actually goes up, I just want to summarize, and then we can look at the bet slip.
Very quickly.
On the Saturday, there were 4 games. 0-0, 0-0, 0-0,
And then?
1-1. On the Sunday, there was 1 game.
Yes.
1-0 to Cape Town City.
Yeah.
So in the Betway Premiership this past weekend, there was 3 goals.
We should have just gone for draws, guys.
Amongst 10 teams.
Yeah.
You can, there's the slip.
I mean,
Kubo.
It does. Hey.
and when it's like that, what do you say?
What do you say?
We blame Sky.
No, but to your defense, Sky.
Yeah.
It's not. I picked up. It's not only the PSL.
Yeah.
Even in Europe, the biggest league.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It was draws. Highball.
But at least Ben Amakola, Matro.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go,
let's move away. Let's move away from last week because last week Ngati is
But to give you feedback, we got
One green
one out of 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
So coming into this week, the first of our 4 games is a battle of the golden oldies. We've got Owen De Gama, who has had enough of sitting around collecting his pension checks and instead decided to head over to Magesi FC. Now, on Saturday, they welcome one of the Premiership's oldest clubs, Hebe Usutu, to the old Peter Mokaba Stadium. I'm starting to pick up a bit of a theme here. I could be wrong.
Your teammates call you Grootman, Timer, or Angeli. Are you invited to events only to talk about that one thing you did 15 years ago?
When I saw the goal, the ball just going in the top corner, I got into my zone in my own world.
Have your former teammates transitioned to coaching? Do you keep having to tell people that you haven't retired? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then the AmaZulu Retirement Village is the perfect home for you.
Since I joined this club, and then everything has been good.
We provide daily activities to keep you happy and healthy. Emergency services are always close by. If you dial 10-111, help will be with you in a second. We are situated in a warm and welcoming environment. Our Golden Mile is a perfect place to take walks in your golden years. Our best years are also in the past, and our fans are mostly pensioners. So, if you come here, you will be with like-minded people. So book your place now and let the AmaZulu Retirement Village take care of you when you can't.
Now, Malum BBK,
Yes,
you are the
Michelle.
older statesman of our group, and I want to come straight to
And
you.
I'm not going to an old age home anytime soon.
But I need you to come out swinging for your age mates on
Okay,
this
let's
one.
talk.
Please.
Yeah.
ODG, second oldest coach in the Premiership. Muhsin has the one. ODG 63, Muhsin 65.
Okay.
ODG comes back into coaching after a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah.
And ODG has coached the Silver Stars, Platinum Stars, Dynamos,
Yeah.
even Orlando Pirates.
Yes.
But ODG comes and gives stability in a way. One game played, they got a point.
Okay.
They did not lose. What needs to happen now is to see Magesi get into a situation where they can get over the hangover of winning the Carling Cup.
Yeah.
They need to make sure that they do not repeat what happened with Cape Town Spurs last season.
Yes.
Remember, they went all the way at the bottom of the until they woke up late and fired Sean Bartlett and brought in Ernest Middendorf.
Yes.
And then I think Magesi did it at least 4 games before what these guys did. ODG is the master of trying to play at the back and
Yeah.
defend
Yeah.
and make sure that there's no goal conceded. So this is a good start for him. Hopefully, he's going to try and destabilize Usu.
Okay, we've heard from BBK. Where are you going? Magesi, AmaZulu.
Magesi, AmaZulu. For some reason, I think AmaZulu are better away from home. Konda ngathi mabazi ukuthi they're in the same area as Isilo, something does not make sure. So I'm gonna give them a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also protect myself after the draws, the 13,000 draws we had last week. So to draw AmaZulu double chance. Can I lock it in?
Yes, please.
Nazo.
Done.
AmaZulu double chance.
Done.
I like that one.
I have to ask about this one because we're staying on the theme of pensioners. As mentioned, Mushin Etugral, 65 years old. We've got Cape Town City, who will be visiting Marumo Gallants in Bloemfontein on Saturday.
Yeah.
I need your youthful perspective on this one, Brighton.
I think it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, especially for Coach Mohsin, because you look at the first games that he played. No player, I'm talking from a player's perspective, my
Yeah.
youthful side. If I'm going to come up against Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates, I don't need any motivation from a coach.
So are you trying to say
So-
they won because they didn't need the motivation?
No, they played well. They played well. However, I feel like this is a game that's going to be very difficult for them because Marumo, I watched them when they played since Coach Dan came back from exile. They're starting to get their groove back. They understand Coach Dan's. They were playing, better football, possession football, the one that we know Dan's of. So I feel like Cape Town City, they're going to struggle away.
Okay.
Playing against Marumo.
Don't call him Muksin. Call him Soweto Slayer. 2 games.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Are you sure, Auntie, they don't need motivation?
And they moved on to now 6th place.
There we go. So they don't need motivation.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't need motivation in order to lock this one in.
I don't because my team he dealt with.
Yeah.
Brighton's team he dealt with.
Kuthula Soweto.
Imarumo, they've conceded the most goals in the league. That 8 doesn't help.
Yeah.
I don't see him getting
I
3
need you to
points.
lock it in.
Draw or Cape Town City
Okay.
double chance.
Draw or
Are we
Cape Town
working there?
City
Nah,
double
so
chance. There we go.
Singeni.
It is locked
Yeah.
in. Now, our Sterling and his supporting cast need a bit of a breather because there's lots that they need to discuss. So we will be back after the break. And when we get back, we'll be talking about a real-life superhero with a cape and all. See you soon. Welcome back to the Betway Premiership preview show. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the PSL Showmax, the hero we need to help us get through the longest month of the year. For just 69 Rand a month, PSL Showmax brings you all the Betway Premiership action straight to your mobile or any other device, wherever you may be. Now, Disky lovers, please stop being the damsel in distress. Let PSL Showmax save your wallet this January. Now, while we're on the subject of superheroes, SuperSport United have their own man of steel. This man soars through the air and has a knack for coming to Matsatanta's rescue. Take a look.
He is more explosive and deadlier than dynamite. He packs a punch more potent than a weightlifter on a steroid spree. And he can fly faster than a falcon. Look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No! It's Super Brad! The son of the legendary Les Grobler comes from a long line of superheroes. Super Brad can move objects with his head. He can turn invincible on the box, only to reappear with a ball in the back of the net. When he snaps his fingers and scores, SuperSport hardly loses. SuperSport's superhero has a blue cape on. Sekhukhune, you have been warned. The only challenge, he is made of glass.
Friendly Probler finds himself on the ground.
Touch is his kryptonite.
Sky, I have to ask, is SuperSport going to be the superhero of your slip, or are you siding with Sekhukhune on this one?
It has to be brutally honest with
Yeah.
it. Angazi.
Why was
It's one of those games where it's super sporty. They don't score, but also they don't really concede.
Yeah.
And then you have Lendo, and it's like,
Yeah.
should it be wafa,
Yeah.
double chance? I'm not too sure because they are also the two most informed teams in the league.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
It's Mpho next season.
So befitting season.
So let me help you on this one, right? Rightfully so, when you're talking about SuperSport, they don't concede,
Yes.
they don't score that much, right? And we spoke about the superhero being Brighton Mhlongo as well. They're still trying to find their feet now, they found their rhythm. Credits again to Coach Kevin Hunt for making sure that he sticks with Takasani Mbanjwa to make sure in goals as opposed to Ricardo Goss. Because this is the goalkeeper who first came in when the team was in shambles, conceding. He stabilized the defense, and it seems like he has grown in confidence. So when you're talking about not conceding, in that time, for me, I think he's very stable at the back, especially with Tyson Hlashwa being back as well, with the pairing Yak and Osanoka. It's very much important as well. You know, we know that Ime he's gone on trial in overseas as well, the young centre-back. But for me, what strikes me the most about this team, it's how they move together as a unit, going forward and at the back as well.
Yeah.
You know, so they're very compact. They're very compact to a point that I feel like mina yibo abantu engaziyo ukuthi nje hayi kuyoshawa into zakhona.
Okay, Maramina, I need to know, right? Because we're talking about Bradley Grobler and we're talking about how SuperSport is not conceding, but at the same time, they're also not scoring too many goals. But the big question, okay, I need to ask you, can Bradley Grobler break Nomvete's record ahead of Peter Shalulile? He is sitting on 113 goals so far. Ushalulile is sitting on 116 goals so far.
Yeah.
And of course, Unomvete has the long-standing 129 goals PSL record. Who's going to take it between the two of them?
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Brad is the son of Les Grobler.
Yeah.
He used to score great goals for Moroka Swallows when you were still in crash. I'm saying, I wish for Brad, if he can have a healthy lifespan and not sustain injuries, he would be able to do that. Had he not had so many injuries, and they tend to be long-term for him, I think he will be even closer to Nombete.
Speaking of injuries, and someone whose injuries seem to have done very well for him, I mentioned him even last week, Sekhukhune. Figo.
Sure. Yeah. So I wanted to bring that up because both of you guys are giving all the praise to SuperSport United.
No, we're still coming there.
I don't know if you saw Sekhukhune against AmaZulu the other day. They made them look like it's a very minor team.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's the thing. They're good. I know Sekhukhune in form, one of the best informed teams outside of Sundowns. But also SuperSport haven't played that long. Coach Way complaining everyone is back. Nokovic coming in now. What does that do to Bradley Grobler?
I need you to make up your mind.
They make a double partnership.
I need you to make up your mind.
For me, this one, I'll definitely give it to SuperSport. For obvious reasons.
Wait, are you
provided
going
that
with an
Mpho is going to
out-and-out
go.
win?
Out-and-out win.
Mawusho kanjalo ungakhohle ukuthi khona noMagalo. Ngikhuluma ngoLinda Mtambo khona noMagalo lapha. Uhlala ukhuluma ngobani? Uhlala ukhuluma ngobani?
Okay,
I'm giving it Sekhukhune.
Can I give you advice? Can I give you advice?
No, you're the icebreaker.
I know I'm supposed to be the icebreaker, but I would say over 0.5, someone is going to score.
Let's
in
be
this
brave,
one.
Mpho.
Yeah?
We lost.
Okay. And Mpho, you're going to go
guys,
to
we have
the game.
to do something.
Sekhukhune, man.
Yeah? Icebreaker, Utin. SuperSport, Sekhukhune, Utin. I mean, I just have to press a button.
I'll say it's Sekhukhune.
I want to lock it in again. Wait. I'm going to lock it in. Is it? Wait, yeah. It's locked.
Okay, locked in.
Boogie camera.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. On that note, it's time for you to go back home. The reason I say I think it's time for you to go back home is because our final game takes place at the Moses Mabhida Stadium out in Durban. We've got your beloved Kaizer Chiefs who are going to be taking on Abafana Bestende. Now, watching Amakhosi recently has made us realize something. We now know what the most dangerous job in the world is.
A job. Mara amaya matesho. Ayashubisa. Miners have one of the highest mortality rates than any other sector. Zakale mkodini. Zashubana phezulu. Roofers face more danger than any construction workers. And then there are power line installers. Lava waphatha ugesi oyingozi odlula imagesi ibona isandansi lahlile. But the most dangerous job in the world is being a Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper. As the last line of defense, at least miners have protection from Makarapa. You are left more exposed than a swimmer on a nudist beach. Your opponents uphinde ubheka abakini ngoba uwedwa isembe lihlelwa liloliwe ungathuki ke uma ubona bavuma uNtwari beyoPeterson beme kulayini beyofesa ngisho noNabi akazi kuzobe kuvimbe bani uma bedlala nabafana besithenge
2 goals in 4 minutes and a game done changed on its head. Turn on its head.
Abafana Bestende. Ayibona i-arrow.
No, ngibabonile abafana Bestende.
I love that.
I have to ask, because whenever Kaizer Chiefs plays, there's like your heart and your head, but they did well. Ulale kahle. Ulale kahle.
Brighton, we're not talking to you. We're not circle. Yes, Mpho.
Yes, ulale kahle. So in this particular one, umenge.
So I'm gonna go with a combo, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a combo of a draw or Kaizer Chiefs playing in Durban the last time.
Come on, you can be brave.
When you say a draw,
you can be brave,
it
man.
almost comes across like you are not.
Oh, we're not.
But guys, we saw the draws last week. Can you pick up the
Hey, last week was last week. Last week is gone. Let me tell you something.
So what I'm saying is a combo.
Yeah.
Draw or Kaizer Chiefs on top of that over 1.5.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Your coach.
Yes.
You must tell him to continue watching this show.
Tell him, here's the camera.
You watch. Nabi, my friend, continue watching because he listened to Brighton.
Yes.
Brighton made a point here to say Nabi must make a choice.
Yes.
He's played all these three goalkeepers. He needs to make a choice on one. It seems like Buma is the choice now.
Yeah.
And I'll support why he must continue being the choice because if you go back to his team, Pirates, when Sipho Chain started, he was not really convincing overly, but you get confidence through consistency of play. And when you look at him now, he's played himself to be the number one at Pirates.
Sure.
He's knocking to be the number one at Bafana. He's now the second to Oronwin Williams at Bafana. But back to Chiefs. Utseubani?
Wandile Dubadolski.
Dubadolski.
Do you know Wandile Dubadolski?
Dubadolski has scored 4 goals for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
He's 2 goals behind the top goal scorer, leading goal scorer now, Urainas at Sundowns. Mpho Tshabalala has also scored 4 goals for Kaizer Chiefs. These are the players who are young. Well, 20, relatively young in South African terms. But they are carrying Kaizer Chiefs on their shoulders. Now, Nabi, wait for it, has not been perambulating on the outskirts of veracity.
Dictionary.
To the Kaizer
Dictionary. Can I
This is not perambulating on the outskirts of veracity. He's clear. He wants players. He wants quality players in order to be able to take this project forward. These youngsters alone are not going to be able to carry this. Chiefs must break the bank. It is January. The transfer is open. Get Nabi the players and
So while we're perambulating, in which outskirts are you perambulating?
I'm sticking with my original one. It's a birthday week for Chiefs. Wherever Chiefs play, there's goals involved. Chiefs won't lose to...
Wherever they lay their head is home as well.
Yeah, bro. They won't lose to Golden Arrows, but there could be a draw. Combo, draw, or Kaizer Chiefs, and over 1.5. He's like, you fucking up.
You're not a perambulation.
So it has been locked in. We have perambulated on the inskeds. Is there such a thing? But anyway, those are the 4 games, 4 bets that have been locked in. But before we go, let's quickly wrap, or rather recap the slip. Where are we sitting? How much money are we making?
So let's put the slip up. So the game at the top of the list is AmaZulu against Magesi. I gave that one to you, draw or AmaZulu, double chance. Cape Town City against Magellans, double chance or draw for Cape Town City. Mpho's pick of the week, Sekhukhune United to beat SuperSport.
Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there?
No, I will not be there.
Because you know when you're there, what happens? What happens?
And then, of course, on Sunday, Ekakasini, Moses Mapida Stadium, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be watching
Perambulating.
Shayama combo. That's Kaizer Chiefs or draw and over 1.5.
Done. So if you like what Sky is cooking, do get onto the website and not the website, scan the QR code on the screen and you'll be taken to the bet slip from tonight's show, either on the Betway app or the website, which is betway.co.za. It's as easy as that in order to join us on this journey. But remember, please, 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 always bet responsibly and don't spend more than you can afford. Please leave it alone. But before we go, gentlemen, I need to bring up a bit of a sore point. So we were meant to have 5 games on the show, but on Tuesday afternoon, it was announced by Cheaper United that their game against Royal AM has been postponed, right? And at the time, they didn't state what the reason was. But of course, it has since been revealed that Royal AM players have not returned to training after the festive break because they were not paid. Add this to the Samir Nurkovic saga, the FIFA transfer ban, and the club now being taken over by SARS due to Mamkhize's unpaid tax bill.
FC.
I need to ask. SARS FC.
Ingabe sibuza wena baba Joy kwenzakalani ngoba umama Joy uphumile lapha
You see,
wathi
because we
ngithi
we
mina
do take a lot of banter out of them.
Yeah.
Mara, this is a serious matter.
No, it is a very serious matter, and I just want to say it's not the reason I'm wearing Ubaba Joy today. The reason, every time I wear Ubaba Joy, we have green apples.
Yeah.
So after last week, but all I'm gonna say in terms of that regard of Umama Joy uphume ne statement.
Sure.
Umama Joy akaphindele esigodini.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Mina,
good.
luckily, I've never left the Kaizer Chiefs. so nekhaya.
Well, you know if football something.
Something.
To add ekalento zana mase ngiyithatha before ngidlulisela our senior citizen la uBBK. Mina ke eyami indaba ngisibuza ukuthi hawo le ndaba ama envelope wase ground la ngabona lapho ukuthi hey
Right.
khona kuzosha
Something is Zulu dancing.
khona into eyenzakalayo ke la malume angazi ke mina inkinga iqale lapho kumina.
It's a right royal mess. What is happening at Royal AM? It's not something to laugh about.
Yeah.
We have got people who are employed, who play football, who need to be paid at the end of the month. And if they went through a situation of December Christmas, we have children you've got to buy, Christmas lots and all those things, you have not been paid. It's a bad thing. January starting, people have got to pay school fees and all of that. You go back and you think that this circus has been playing for a long time. Remember the promotion saga?
Oh, basically trophy.
And then you buy your own trophy and you give your players medals and all of that. While you're still trying to recover from that, you had people having brown envelopes, flashing out money live on television. And you ask yourself, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah,
right?
true.
And then at the same time, you get to a situation where you put yourself to having a player transfer ban because you have not played, you have not honored your own contract. You take it all the way to the Court of Arbitration for Sports and still you get defeated there.
Yeah.
This is not a circus. This is South African football. It is our pride. Let's say in nonsense because what happens now? We're not going to have a 15-team league. There are 16 teams and clean up the mess.
Ukhulumile. And I think we are literally going to leave it.
Ivale mfana.
Ivale mfana.
Uyivala kanjani?
Ivale
Uyivala kanjani?
Hayi!